Welcome. Today we're looking at how Britain kind of stumbled into an empire in Malaya, almost by accident.
So, how did a local squabble over tin mines let a global empire walk right in? Let's break it down.
Before the 1870s, Malaya was a patchwork of states. Each one was run by a sultan with absolute power.
But, the world was changing. Britain needed tin and faster trade routes. The pressure was definitely on.
And inside Malaya, total chaos, especially in Perak, where a war over super valuable tin mines was raging.
This chaos was Britain's big chance. A local contender asked for their help, and it was a game-changing moment.
And the British governor, Sir Andrew Clark, he didn't even wait for London's okay. He just went for it.
He came up with the Pangkor Treaty. It made Abdullah the Sultan, but with a huge catch: a British resident.
This residential system was basically indirect rule. The British were pulling the strings behind the local rulers. And here's the wild part. It was all a giant misunderstanding. To the British, advice really meant orders.
The first resident, James Birch, moved fast. He took over tax collection, completely sidelining the local chiefs.
So, of course, the chiefs got angry and killed him. But ironically, that just tightened Britain's grip. After that, Britain reorganized everything. They centralized power, extending control over the whole peninsula.
With British rule came stability and an economic explosion, all thanks to tin and, a bit later, rubber.
All that new money went into building roads and railways, connecting the resources to ports for export. But to work all these new mines and plantations, they needed people. So they opened the doors to mass immigration. This created what's called a plural society, different communities living side by side, but very rarely mixing. Life was completely transformed. You got new hospitals, English schools for the elite, and booming cities like Kuala Lumpur.
So how did the locals feel about all this? Well, it's complicated. Some played along, others fought back.
For many, it was just practical to cooperate. Sultans kept their status, and businesses wanted peace to make money. But quietly, something else was growing. A new sense of nationalism was starting to take root among educated locals.
So yeah, British rule brought money and modernity, but the big question is, was it worth losing their independence?
It's a really mixed legacy. It created immense change, both good and bad, setting the stage for modern Malaysia.